Hello everyone, and welcome to Mr. Arnold's Learning Strategies and Law class. What we're going to do today is we are going to look at a brief introduction to the Google Classroom page to ensure that you can understand the expectations of the course and also be able to successfully navigate Google Classroom as a virtual learning environment, which will help support you in other classes. So the first page that you are going to be on today will be what's called your UG Cloud landing page. On your UG Cloud landing page, you need to access Classroom. And you can quite simply do that by hovering over to see which classes today you need to look at. If you are in my Learning Strategies course, you will be looking at a link entitled Mr. Arnold's Learning Strategies. If you're in my Period 2 Law class and Learning Strategies class, you're looking at Marnold's Period 2. So for the sake of the video today, we will start by simply clicking on Classroom. And what Classroom does is it takes us to a page that contains all of the classes in which we are presently enrolled. From this piece and this page, you will be able to select a class simply by clicking on the title. If any of you have done these steps before, you can forward through the video or keep watching the video, as you might learn something that you haven't seen before. I'm going to open up Arnold's Learning Strategies class to access what's called the Classroom stream. If you'd like to, take a second now, pause the video, and click on a few different parts of the Classroom stream. Good. You will see on the Classroom stream that the most recent activities that have been posted for you will appear at the top of your page. This is one way to assess your success and ensure that you are meeting expectations in the course. By first being aware of those expectations, you can be more successful in a course and advocate for yourself and your own success. The three tabs at the top of the page are entitled Stream, Classwork, and People. There are two ways to access expectations and look at work that you still need to complete. The first strategy is to go over to the Google Classroom main menu and click on To Do. You can see here that it lists all the missing work that you are responsible for. Any work you have completed and turned in will appear under Done. So again, if you click on To Do in the Classroom main menu, you can access your work that way. If you ever need to navigate back to your class, instead of going back several times in your history, you can simply click on the Classroom main menu, pick the class you were just in, and navigate your way that way. So for the sake of others, I'm now going to visit the Period 2 Law classes page. And as you'll see, it drops me back in the Classroom stream. We just visited the To Do function to assess our own success and see if we were meeting classroom expectations. The second way to access work or incomplete work is by clicking on the Classwork tab. In my class, the most recent activity will always be posted at the top of the page. Other classes may operate differently, as Google Classroom tends to place each activity below. There is a trick to accessing certain information. On the classwork page, there's a tab entitled View Your Work. If you click on View Your Work, it gives you an idea of what is assigned, what has been returned to you with a grade, and what's still missing. So I'm going to click on Missing. And so far, there are no expectations within this folder that I'm aware of. If I wanted to assess my success and see if I met expectations on a certain assignment, I would click on Returned with Grade. If I haven't submitted it yet, I can check the status of those activities by clicking on Assigned. And now, if I'd like to get back to the classwork page, there's a back arrow here. And instead of going back again, I can simply go to the Classroom main menu, pick the class, and it brings me back to the screen. So your first activity, I'm going to ask you to pause this video and complete. If you are in the Arnold's Period 2 Law and Credit Recovery class, you can see that your first new assignment is entitled Coursework. For coursework, you are required to open the CLU 3E coursework document, then make a copy and rename that copy, making sure that somewhere your first and last name are complete on there. Once you've done that, you would click OK, and a new tab would open with your new document on it. This contains the questions that you need to be successful in this course. I'm going to clean up my desktop by clicking on the document that I just made a copy of. And now, I will go back to coursework, and I'm going to click Add, and from Google Drive, I would pick this document here. If you have a hard time seeing the entire title of documents, you can click here to go to List View, and you can see the titles better. There are two ways to add this document. One is I can click and then click Add, or I can double click to add the file as well. Since I'm not done, I do not want to click Turn In yet. But after each assignment is completed, you would need to click Turn In for that to appear in the Done column of classwork or on your to-do list. Good. If you're in Mr. Arnold's law class, you can now pause this video and stop this video and go back, make a copy of the coursework document, and file it away by adding it to your work. If you are in Mr. Arnold's GLE class or the Learning Strategies class, you are now responsible to open the Thought Book assignment. So again, if you're in Mr. Arnold's law class, you can stop the video now and complete the coursework document. Good. If you are still watching this video, that means you are in Mr. Arnold's Learning Strategies class, or GLE 2.0 class. If you are watching this video and you're in the law class, remember, you don't have to watch it anywhere from here forward. So for the GLE class, your first activity is to click on the thought book and ensure that you have a copy under your work. That is the GLE 2.0 thought book. This is where you can take notes, complete coursework, and enter any other reflections. Do not click Turn In until the very end of the class. Good. If you have any questions, please come and ask Mr. Arnold. The next activity that we are going to be looking at is an activity that involves Google Classroom itself. Thanks for your time today, and I'll talk to you soon.